The work that I've done, I hope, will make an absolutely enormous difference to the health of people in Australia. We know that many people choose not to have genetic testing because they are afraid of insurance discrimination based on their genetic results. The work that I've done is removing that barrier completely and giving people that freedom to make genetic decisions based on their health. We have laws against racial discrimination, against sex discrimination, and now we want to make sure that genetic discrimination is brought into the fold, and we are almost there, and we're very excited to see that that human right area around discrimination is also looking at genetics and the use of genetic information and the protection of people's genetic information from being used in ways that's harmful.
I feel extremely humbled, and I also feel privileged to be in this position and to be able to help those that are disadvantaged and who often also feel unseen and unheard, and to really make changes, particularly to First Nations peoples and marginalised communities. My motivation comes from communities, elders, those I look up to, those who are striving to make positive changes as well, and also lived experiences. Unfortunately, I've witnessed firsthand injustices, those that don't always make the headlines, but have real traumatic changes and impacts on individuals and communities. I'm really grateful to be a part of the work that I'm involved in and to see the positive differences and changes that it's made to individuals, and also on a federal level as well. Working with stolen generation survivors was something really impactful and emotional to me, and also spiritual as well. Someone who's from a family that has witnessed firsthand the injustices caused by colonisation really motivated me to take part in these changes and to take them on at a personal level as well.
I'm proud that both my work and the work of the Northern Territory Coroner's Office is considered to be making a positive contribution to families and institutions engaged in our coronial processes. In our office and in my work, we don't really use the language of human rights. We do use words like compassion, respect, engagement, safety, and inclusion. We also use words like fairness, rigour, and truth. It's the aspirations behind those words that drive me to do the work that I do. The families I work with seek to know the truth about the death of their loved ones. The search for truth is not normally out of self-interest. It's because they don't want others to suffer what they have suffered. The search for truth is about the dignity of human life and finding ways to preserve life.
I'm really driven to achieve choice and control for people with disability in Australia, and upholding people with disability to have the choice and control over who provides them with support, the supports that they receive. There's a very healthy dose of anger and outrage, which I think that every human rights lawyer needs to have to get up in the morning, along with their cup of coffee, of course, and to face the day and the battles that ensue in being a human rights lawyer. Unfortunately, those rights, these human rights, or Australian values even, they're very vulnerable to being eroded. You know, there are things that we have to be constantly vigilant about upholding and defending. So I think, to me, human rights is actually to be Australian, and if you value what it is to be Australian and those amazing values we have around equality, mateship, looking after each other, you know, looking after the underdog, you know, the way we dig in and help each other in a natural disaster, you know, looking out for your mates, That's really what is at the heart of human rights, I like to think anyway. That's what it means to me.